Hey, I'm Conor Pendergrast from CustomerSuccess.cx.
And I'm Jen from Tetra.
Welcome to episode 3 of Support Stack. So one of the things, Jen, that I always recommend people to do, especially when they're getting started with Fin or getting started with Intercom and Intercom's Fin, is to set up a daily ritual of looking at the interactions that Fin has had with your customers and work out what needs to change to make it a successful conversation. So it doesn't have to be a huge amount of time. It can be 15 minutes in the morning, but it is the 15 minutes that will be probably the highest return on investment 15 minutes of your day. I don't know how you frame this, but I've said this via my email list quite a few times, but I always suggest you think about what content, what data, and what actions your version of Fin needs in order to fully resolve a conversation or do an even better job next time. Today we're just going to look at one part of that though. So that's the content side of it. So what is it that you're looking at in Intercom? Can you show like what part of the product you look at
Yeah, sure.
without showing customer information?
Right. Yes, I can do that. I think. Yeah. So I'm looking right now on the screen at the inbox, and
Yeah.
this section is where I could see all the conversations that we've handled as a team. But then below that is the Fin AI agent. If you want to do that daily routine, which I think is a fabulous idea, especially as you're getting started, you want to go down to routed. Where the customer asked to talk to a teammate. So they started out with Fin, and then they went to one of your humans.
That's great. So those are conversations that Fin wasn't able to resolve, or maybe that the customer just thought that Fin wasn't able to resolve it. So what would you do? Like, can you show us an example? Let's
Sure.
just look at a past example conversation, what you would do.
I moved this one into the inbox already, so we're not going to dig into actual customer data. This
Yeah,
is a
great.
preview conversation. So here, I actually highlighted the part of this response I didn't like. I wanted it to be a little different. So you always have the option to go in and improve the answer, which is let's see what that looks like. So here is the original answer, and I want to improve it by creating a snippet. So clicking create snippet, I already have written what I want it to change. So, it's asking me to select the language, I guess. Okay, so I selected the language, and then I'm just going to paste in the snippet that I already wrote. You coached me on how to write this, actually. So can you talk a little bit about the
Yeah,
structure?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So what I would suggest is have a clear question that a customer will probably ask you. So in this case, what we said, let's fix the question section so it matches what the content is. So in this case, we said the question is, how can I fix page loading problems? So then you have your question. Great. That's the title. Fin will look at that first. But then what you want to do is also repeat it in a slightly different way because it gives variations for what Fin will understand as that question being. So how can I fix page loading problems can also become my Tetra page won't load. And then you want to give it an idea of how you would frame it to a customer. When your Tetra page won't load or gives you a 404 error, this is how you phrase it. This is when we get into Tetra territory. So I don't know this as well, but this is the answer. And then Fin will use this to construct the answer for you. It's a great place to put both bulleted lists and also to put numbered lists if it has to be like a step-by-step precise instruction. This doesn't have to be a step-by-step precise instruction because the 404 error is the one referenced in the second one, so you wouldn't always check the first if you've got the second
Yeah.
one.
I
Whereas for
didn't know
something
that.
like go ahead.
Huh. Like I didn't know that. Like if I put in a numbered list, it will always the Fin will know that those go in order.
Yeah.
Huh,
Yeah,
cool.
it will. Yeah. Fin is pretty smart. And there are some problems sometimes, but a lot of it is just it doesn't have the right content, or as I said earlier, the right data or the right actions to get the answer. But yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So then if you're happy with your new snippet, you would press save snippet, and then magic, your new snippet is ready and available. And I will say,
Great.
so snippets are great, and I will caveat it with saying it's very easy to rack up a whole bunch of snippets very quickly. You can end up, if you have a busy support team and you don't have a specific content trimming strategy, you can end up with hundreds of content snippets that sit alongside the perhaps hundreds of help articles that you have. And the biggest caveat I can say is those content snippets, there will be a lot more duplicates because it's all unstructured data. There will be a lot more duplicates, and it's a lot easier for that information to go out of date and not get updated as frequently. So create content snippets. I'd say content snippets are great when it's not information you want to put on a public website, but you want it. So maybe you have, for example, I would see it being used in billing purposes if there's like a secret option to pay annually via invoice, which is the nightmare scenario for a lot of us in the SaaS space.
Yeah.
You know, there's the annual billing is tough because often, you know, it involves pro rata billing and all these kind of things. And you've got invoice based billing. And then you throw in like 12 different countries that you can pay to, or 16 different bank accounts that you can pay into, all of these kind of things. So that's hidden information that you would want available to certain customers, but not just available on your website all of the time. That's great for content snippets or temporary information. So if there's a particular bug that will get fixed in a week or two, that could be something that you can put in a content snippet or something along those lines. But I would say stick with the structured version of the help articles if you can, because the structure of it forces you to check for duplicate information and also allows it to keep up to date a lot easier.
You know, I'm embarrassed a little bit because I am guilty of this. I don't know where to go, and I think it's relevant to this video, to update and trim those snippets.
Yes.
How do I get there?
If you are feeling like you want to do a bit of
I am
content
now.
hygiene, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So on the left hand, so if you close this out, on the left hand side there, on the
Mm-hmm.
main sidebar,
Mm-hmm.
if you just go to knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
great. And so if you scroll down slightly, you can click all types. Do you see it's got the filters here? All
Uh-huh.
types.
Oh, I see.
And then you
Okay.
can want to switch to
Snippets.
the snippets. That's exactly it. So this is where you see
Okay.
that, you know, there are 100 oh no, there's not
Oh.
194 anymore. That's fine. There's 25 results.
Yeah.
That's perfectly reasonable. That's absolutely
Okay.
understandable.
Okay. Great.
Again,
Cool.
I had a recent client, and I will not name names, who had in the region of 700 snippets, which is quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just put quite a big exercise in to trim that down to, I think it's about 170 at the moment. And that's a lot
Wow.
more
Okay.
realistic.
I don't feel
And
bad
it's
then. This is okay. I
no,
can handle
25
this.
is absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Cool.
content snippets and when to use content snippets, but also the heavy caveat of content snippets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Jen Weaver.
Thank
If people want to
you.
find out more about you on the internet, or find out maybe there's some incredible work that you do in podcast form, if someone wants to hear from you every week, where would they go?
So I go to LinkedIn. I do the Live Chat with Jen podcast, which is for support leaders. I also do an every Friday podcast roll-up newsletter. All of that is on LinkedIn. If you connect with me, you'll automatically, I think, be asked to subscribe to the newsletter, which you should totally do.
You definitely should do. It's a really good one. And if you liked this episode of Support Stack and you want to find out when the next one happens, you can subscribe to my weekdaily email, which is at CustomerSuccess.cx/weekdaily. And you'll get an email from me every day of the week. Every day of the weekday, every weekday, if you will. And there I'll talk to you all about Intercom and customer support leaders and using Intercom and this fine show. So thank you very much. Toodles.